Pizza Planet event in Brawl Stars had all the ingredients for something great, but instead ended up being a frustrating grind that left players disappointed. From overpriced rewards to a broken game mode and an overpowered brawler winning matches, this event felt more like a cash grab than a celebration. Let's dive straight into it. The biggest issue was the Pizza Planet shop and how difficult it was to earn pizza slices. While players technically had the ability to unlock Meatball with a hefty price tag, and Searchlight Year was also given away for free only after the event ended, this system often left players feeling unrewarded throughout the event. Players were forced to make tough decisions, unlock just one or two major items like Meeple and a hype charge and maybe like a skin, or spend their slices thin on less exciting rewards like power points or coins. The shop was advertised as offering a variety of exclusive goodies, but the reality was that most players couldn't afford more than a couple of meaningful items. Once you committed to unlocking Meeple or Hypercharge, you were left with little room to obtain additional rewards. The fact that Surge Layer wasn't even usable during the event only adds to the frustration, making the entire grind feel like a build-up to a reward players could immediately enjoy. Also, the Hypercharge offers and Brawler offers were only available for a small portion for the event. From personal experience, I Hypercharged deal at the start of the event, and I haven't had one since. Even if you were dedicated enough to grind every day and rank high in the arcade contest, the pizza slices you earned were barely enough to make meaningful progress. Players could unlock a skin and a hype charge. That's hardly rewarding for an entire event that lasted over a month. The lack of diversity and achievable rewards made the event even more stale, as players had nothing to look forward to once they grabbed the obvious top-tier items. Compare this to past events where players could consistently earn meaningful rewards like multiple skins, power-ups, or coins, and you can see why this event felt lacking. To make matters worse, the slice to reward ratio was unbalanced. If you wanted to unlock all the items in the shop, the sheer number of pizza slices required meant you either had to grind without missing a single day or spend gems. For free-to-play players, it was nearly impossible to unlock more than the bare minimum. Meanwhile, spenders had the option to buy slices with gems, essentially bypassing the grind and walking away with everything the shop they had to offer. This system made the event heavily skewed towards spenders, turning what should have been an exciting and rewarding experience into a pay-to-win affair. For players who couldn't or didn't want to spend gems, the event felt like a chore that yielded very little return for the time invested. Also, the arcade contest was a complete disaster. On paper, a 2v2 competitive mode sounds exciting and fresh, but its execution left players feeling frustrated and burned out. Each player was limited to only 5 tickets per day, which wouldn't have been a problem if there weren't any second chances to recover lost progress. But there wasn't. One unlucky match could derail your entire run, forcing you to win almost every single game just to maximize rewards. And let's not forget how brutal the random matchmaking was. If you weren't playing with a pre-made team, you were stuck with random players who might not be trying, could go AFK, or simply weren't skilled enough to win. Even highly skilled players found it hard to progress consistently because the system was stacked against them from the start. The leaderboard system made things even worse. Only the top performers in the group of 45 players received meaningful rewards, and everyone else got crumbs. If you didn't place at the top, earning enough pizza slices to make progress was a nightmare. Even if you somehow managed to get first place, you would only earn 150 pizza slices per contest. That sounds okay until you realize that 150 slices is just a quarter of what you need to unlock a hyper charge or a higher rarity bar. That's if you get a good deal. For the average player who might place in the middle of the leaderboard or lower, they were looking at earning far less. This wouldn't have been so frustrating if the contests weren't the main way to earn pizza slices, but they were. The result, players spend a lot of time and effort only to feel like they're barely making progress. The event even becomes more problematic when you consider the return of bad, old, trophy-based matchmaking system. Instead of just normal matchmaking that could create balanced matches, players were thrown to chaotic-based trophy levels. This resulted in unfair lobbies. In theory, players with around 6k trophies were supposed to dominate, taking advantage of easy lobbies filled with inexperienced players. But many players, myself included, were facing 70k plus players every game. how are you supposed to win consistently when you're paired against highly experienced players, most likely playing in a pre-made comp? The matchmaking made the contest feel broken, and players who were unlucky enough to end up in tougher lobbies had a little chance of competing. Then there was the issue of the ticket system itself. 5 tickets per day is a lot, especially considering the contest lasted for 3 days each. Players were forced to play all 5 tickets every day without any breaks to stay competitive. This wasn't just a short grind, it became a marathon that lasted for the entire event, which had a much longer than usual duration of 36 days. For players trying to balance real life, this kind of grind wasn't feasible, and missing even a single day of tickets meant falling behind. Supercell designed the event in a way that heavily rewarded players who could commit to playing every day, and those who couldn't were left out in the cold. When you compare this to past events like the Angel vs Demons contest, the flaws became even more obvious. In the Angel vs Demon event, players who placed at the top were awarded with 20 Angel or Demon star drops, which felt like a meaningful award. Even though that event had bugs, remember bug stars, it still delivered a sense of progression and satisfaction. But in the Pizza Planet event, even the top players found themselves questioning whether the rewards were worth the grind. And for casual players who just wanted to participate, it was nearly impossible for them to make any meaningful progress in the pizza shop. The whole experience felt like a massive step backward. The ticket system, the bad matchmaking, and the poorly thought out reward structure made the arcade contest one of the worst parts of the Pizza Planet event. Instead of creating a fair and fun environment, Supercell delivered a system that rewarded those willing to grind endlessly while punishing everyone else. Future events need to be more flexible and rewarding for all players, not just the top 1%. Players need breaks, second chances, and a fair shot at earning meaningful awards without feeling like they're stuck on a treadmill that only benefits spenders or no-lifers. And if it wasn't bad enough, Buzz Lightyear completely broke the game. From the moment he was introduced, he was overpowered, dominating multiple game modes, and making normal gameplay miserable. His abilities allowed him to outdamage and outmaneuver most brawlers, meaning if you weren't using Buzz, and you were at a severe disadvantage. The lack of restrictions made it worse. Unlike past events, where modes would be only specific to only a couple of game modes, Buzz wasn't. He was available everywhere. As a result, lobbies were flooded with Buzz players, ruining the experience for anyone who just wanted to play normally or use their favorite brawlers. Supercell eventually nerfed Buzz Lightyear by reducing his health and damage output, but guess what? The nerf barely did anything. Buzz remained broken across all game modes, making him a constant presence in both casual and competitive matches, but not ranked, thankfully. Whether you were destroying opponents in win mode, flying across the map and landing on enemies with saber mode, or never missing a shot with laser mode, Buzz had the tools for every situation. His versatility, combined with the fact that his abilities were overtuned, made him a nightmare to deal with, even after the supposed balance patch. Now, let's talk about the solution. Future events need to be more balanced, more rewarding, and less predatory. There should be a fairer way to unlock event currency. Better matchmaking, limited time modes, and a clear reward system where players know they can actually get what they want without being forced to spend. Lack of flexibility combined with broken matchmaking and an overpowered event brawler made this event one of the most disappointing in Brawl Stars history. Supercell needs to rethink events like this because players want fun and meaningful rewards, not an endless guide that only cares to those who spend money. Did you think this event was a total failure, or did you actually enjoy it? Let me know in the comments, and if you want more Brawl Stars breakdowns, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.